Have you ever wondered how to make ethereal dance floor like ANDROMEDIK? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome back to Inverse Audio, I'm 5X, and today we're going to be making a euphoric dance floor banger from scratch, taking inspiration from ANDROMEDIK's latest singles, such as Nothing Like You, Stone, and Bleed the Same. So strap in and let's get right in the video. Right, so we are actually starting in a brand new, fresh project today. So we'll be doing the process start to finish. I think beginning with a bed of sound, just so we're not writing to completely nothing. And yeah, for this video, I'll be using our latest sample pack, which is Future Drum and Bass. If you haven't seen it, I'll leave a link to it down below. But let's just pick out some atmospheres to start off with. Okay, I quite like the sound of this one. Let's try play about the pitch. Yeah, that sounds cool in E minor. So just going to EQ some of the lows and the highs out. Cool. Next, I think maybe try do a little chord progression. I'm just going to do this with a basic saw. Actually, make it into a reach real quick. That sounds all right. Now let's maybe get some pluck elements in there just to help build that intro. Yeah, I'm just going to come up with a basic melody, just a quick pattern that'll sort of repeat itself. Yeah, I think that will do it. Just change some of the notes around so it's not completely the same. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to map the macro onto the envelope. So that as an auxiliary source, then when I pull up the macro, the amount of the pluckiness is being controlled. So like the amount that envelope 1 controls cutoff 1 is controlled by macro 1, which I'll just call like open. Cool, I'm gonna automate that now. Cool, so we have the automation and it's just gonna open up over time slightly. Cool, that sounds pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is find some vocals on Vocalify and drag them in. Okay, so after finding a couple, this is the one that I've ended up going for. It kind of sounds like this. This is it dry. Right, it's kind of very slow. I need to tune it. I think it was 135 BPM. And yeah, luckily it's in E minor, so that works out well.
I don't care if it's all a lie, as long as I get to call you mine. Oh, it's all I want.
Now I'm hoping, I'm not really a fan of the first like 4 lines, so I'm just going to straight up get rid of them.
You're lining all your races up.
I don't know, I just don't like the way it sounds.
I don't care if it's all a lie, as long as I get to call you mine. Oh, it's all I want.
I like it. Right, cool. So I think the play here would be to have these 2 vocals be in like the build-up.
Even if it ain't real, even if it's pretty.
And then the pre-job would be, and that would be it, cause you're, and then it would just start the drop. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do for now, it's enough to work with, I think. I'm gonna start building out the build up a little bit more, just so I can get a sense of what the drop's gonna sound like. I'm gonna get some effects from the sample pack in, so I'm gonna go first off, get like an effects loop.
I don't care if it's all a lie, as long as I get to call you mine. Oh, it's all I want. All I want. Even if it's real, even if it's pretend, I don't want to end. 'Cause you're all I want. 'Cause you're.
Yep, and then that's where the drop would sort of hit. Cool. I'm going to do some chords next. I think that would be the next logical step.
As long as I get to call I want to call you mine. Oh, it's all I want.
Okay, cool. So after playing about for a bit, this is what I've come up with in terms of the chords. So they're quite simple, just following the root notes of the bass that I had in there before. Yeah, and in context, this will sort of sound like this.
As long as I get to call you mine. Oh, it's all I want.
Cool. So maybe just get in like a top loop or two to get the vibe going. Cool, and I'm just going to use two of these pre-made sort of like kick build-ups and snare build-ups because I'm a little bit lazy today. Okay, so we're going to start on a drum now. I'm going to begin with the drums. So first, just find a nice, juicy, fat kick. Snare as well. Okay, now we're going to stack out the layers. So we're going to start with a ride, just same one as in the intro. But what I'm going to do is turn off that automation, or the reverb, sorry. Cool, I'm just going to grab a top loop as well. And then just layer in a few more hi-hats to just really fill out that treble. Go for another hat. Maybe this one. We're going to use it as like an accent sort of hat. There we go. Cool. Now I'm going to layer all of, level all of the hats. Sounds very nice. And then to process them quickly, I'm just going to add in a slight bit of saturation to them. Going to EQ the low ends out. Snare and kick are fine the way they are. Just going to turn them down the volume, sorry. So we're going to add in like drum fills and stuff later on, but for now, this is more than enough. Cool. Now let's move on to the actual basses. Because if our ANDROMEDIK sort of stuff, we could go two ways, really. We could go with a 8th note mid bass, or we could go with like a held sustained Reese with a lead. But both of them kind of need a lead, sort of his thing. But yeah, I'm going to try out both and then just sort of see which one works better. So for now, I just have the bass notes down there, as to what it sounds like. Really simple patch. Just had an idea. What I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate the vocal and I'm going to filter the all I want bandpass, and we're going to make it quite steep. Might even add one of these reverbs. And then a delay as well. I think that would sound nice. Yeah, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this really quiet in the background. I think, but now I might end up changing my mind.
'Cause you're
Okay, so what I'm going to do is make a lead real quick. So we'd have two oscillators, one of them high unison, the other one no unison for mono integrity's sake. And then I might grab filter to maybe like combs or something just to make it a bit more interesting. I think that'll do, and then just distort it a bit, chorus and reverb and delay, and that'll be our lead. Before I actually write the lead, I was trying to do one with the Reese, and I don't think the Reese is going to work. So what I'm going to do is just do a mid bass pluck instead. I think it'll sound a lot better. So ANDROMEDIK's leads are sort of like happy in a way, but not like massively for majority of the time anyway. Oh, I kind of like that. I think it works. I'm just gonna need like a lot of counter basses, I think. Just a normal sub, just to support the initial mid bass that I've got going on in there. Right, first hit, we need a womp. Use some other wavetables. And it doesn't sound good right now. I'm just going to add some post-processing on there. Okay, change of plan. It doesn't sound like a womp anymore. More sounds something that I would want for the second sort of response. Okay, yeah, that's what I'll do. So we've got the wavetable position and then the LFO as well. Basically, just the higher up it is, the more energy it's got. And then I'm just going to like tune it up towards the ends. Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that quite a lot. Sweet. All right, we are now officially cooking. The next thing that this could do with is maybe like a womp or something. So we'll go for a like harmonic series or something. Oh yeah, just adding a few effects here, make it sound a bit less dry. Cool. And then I think towards the end here is where I could have that whole Reese. I think I deleted the patch though. Cool. So let me just organize this project a little bit. Okay, I'm back. The project is now organized. So let's quickly do the Reese sort of built at the end of the bar here. I think this last sort of section where it drops down. guess that'll do. I'm not massively happy with it, but it gives it a bit of a nice variation, I guess. And then I think what would also work well in that section is some chords, like a big like saw stack. Cool. And then getting everything absolutely perfect. Cool. Next thing, I think it's just about stacking a few cool counter basses, really, and then having like a really nice euphoric melody that resolves itself nicely, which we sort of have at the end here. Maybe I'll just load up some weird. All right, I mean, it's beginning to get there. I think I could definitely add a few layers to the mid bass. Cool. I've just added a few layers to the mid bass. Sounds a bit nicer now. Bit more like harmonically rich, I guess you could say. So next, I'm going to look for some drum fills just to make these drums a bit more interesting. And then, yeah, I think one of the last things to do is maybe just try and incorporate some of the drop into the intro or into the build-up, just so it glues a bit nicer together. And probably think the easiest way of doing that is by like low cutting the leads and then slowly introducing it in, or high cutting it, sorry. Okay, guys, I think that's pretty much everything I have time for today. Considering this took me just over an hour, I don't think it's a bad effort at all. There's obviously a lot of stuff that I would love to add to it, and who knows, maybe I'll finish this one. So I like the idea there with the counter basses and stuff. Yeah, I would advise adding a lot more of those and just playing about with it. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this one. I had a lot of fun making it. So yeah, go to the website for more info on sample packs, one-to-one tuition, mixing and mastering, etc. So hope you guys have a good holidays and a happy new year, and I'll see you soon. Peace.
I don't care if it's all a lie, as long as I get to call you